Hi and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this gentle yin flow. So as you may know, yin yoga is a practice to slow down, go deeper into the stretches for a longer time, about 3 to 5 minutes. We're gonna stay around 3 minutes in each position. You can use this practice to prepare yourself to go to bed, or even after a gym day. It would be nice to slow down a bit, go deep into the stretches after you tightened up your muscles a lot. From here, we actually want to start in a child's pose. Hi, when you're seeing this means this flow is part of a 30 days journey. Please check out my channel because I encourage you to step on a mat every day together with me, but also delete social media for 30 days. We're gonna do it together, so it's not gonna be that hard. Please check out my channel for more information and let's get started. So you can open your knees, mat wide apart, release your forehead onto the floor. Get comfortable. Breathe deeply in and out through your nose and belly. Try to stay in the present moment. Whenever your mind wants to go somewhere else, try to just realize that and bring yourself back to the here and now. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep inhale here. With your exhale, come back up. Let's come into a tabletop. We're gonna do some cat and cows before we go to our next movements. You can also move your hips in your cat and cow. My knees are always cracking. I'm gonna do some circles with my hips too. They're pretty tight today. I worked out my glutes yesterday. Beautiful. And when you finish, we come to sit down on our glutes. Extend the right leg, left foot on the inside of the right leg, and we're gonna come forward with our upper body. You can round into your back. Maybe grab your toe, foot, or place your hands next to your leg. And when you find yourself in some thoughts, just come back to the here and now. It is not about to stop thinking fully, not saying you're not allowed to think, but when your mind goes somewhere else, you're going deep into that, just realize that you did follow your thoughts and just come back to yourself, to the present moment. Beautiful. Let's slowly come up, and before we change the sides, we're going to bring the left foot onto the mat, right foot on top of the left knee, so we are in this figure 4, just seated. You can whip from left to right. Before we find some stillness, we want to give it some movement, some opening. And then find your stillness. Of course, you can also bring your legs further away from yourself. I like to go a bit deep here now because I feel like I need it. One more inhale here. With your exhale, slowly release this leg onto the floor. We're gonna extend through the left leg. Right foot on the inside of the left leg. And again here, come forward. You can round your back. Practicing stillness is just as important as all the other things like working out, nutrition, sunlight, actually rest, just not in sleep but also in being in the present moment is very, very important for your health. Many people start to practice yoga because they want to become fit and flexible, which is totally fair and fine. But yoga is a work in and not a work out, so doing a yin practice is just as important as doing a strong vinyasa. Beautiful. Let's slowly come out. And before I come to the seated figure 4 on the other side, I just want to bring my knees on one side and then the other. I do feel some tightness in my right hip region and my right leg. So this helps me whenever you want to do a movement that you need as well for yourself. Feel free to always do so. You can join me with this here too. Beautiful. And then I bring the right foot onto the ground, left foot above the right knee. And with your next inhale, slowly release as well. We're gonna meet back in a tabletop. To any micro movement that you feel that you need right now. And then we're gonna prepare for puppy pose or melting heart. So as you may know, this pose is quite intense. So if you want to place a pillow underneath your chest, you're more than welcome. So our hips and knees are in one line and you try to bring your chest onto the mat. Or at least closer to the mat. You can release your forehead on the mat or your chin. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And you can slowly come back. Walk out of this position. We're coming back to sit on our glutes Bring the soles of your feet together. And we're not in a butterfly, we're coming to a diamond. So you bring the feet more to the front of the mat. And from here you can try to bring your arms underneath your knees, your legs. Maybe grab onto your feet with your hands around your spine. Let your head go. And release. You know, being in the present moment is very, very powerful. When we are in a present moment and we're not like super distracted, first off, it is way easier to feel peace and love, which is actually our natural state of the human being. We might not feel that all the time because our mind takes us away, brings us into worry, and tries to push us into the future and past. But when we practice, for example, with yoga, to be in a present moment more often, it's also way easier to become observant of ourselves, of our thoughts. And when we become observant of our thoughts, it will become more easy to actually realize what is our thoughts, what are they even saying, what is our inner dialogue. Maybe you have thoughts like 98% of humanity. Maybe you think, I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing enough. Sometimes these thoughts are really underneath and hidden behind other thoughts, or they're really indirect, but we often really think that we are not good enough. So when we come to the power of now, the power of this present moment, it's easier to observe this thought. And before immediately identifying with it, you have the chance to pause, look at it, and decide if you even want to accept it as your reality or not. This is why the present moment is so powerful. You can come to stillness and pause and see if what your mind is telling you is really true and if it should be your life reality or not. Beautiful. Slowly come out of this position. We're gonna lay down onto our backs. We extend the left leg onto the floor, bend into the right knee, and bring the right knee over to the left side. Right arm to the right side. Let's take 3 more breaths on this side. And come back to center before we change the sides. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rock from side to side for a moment. Beautiful. And then we're gonna release the right leg onto the floor, bend into the left knee over to the right side, left arm to the left. You know, when I'm more connected to the present moment, the here and now, after a few minutes, I often feel so much gratitude. I think it is because my mind is not busy focusing on all the negative or all the, let's say, danger. Sometimes we do not have so much danger in our life, but our minds are conditioned to look for danger. So when you are in the here and now and you're not looking for something else in the past or future, not something in the outside, you can not only feel peace and love, you might feel this gratitude. I'm just so grateful for filming yoga flows and doing what I love, and also working as a yoga teacher. Being in the here and now gives me the space to actually feel this gratitude, because I'm not so busy and distracted in my mind with 100 other things. Let's take 3 more breaths here as well. And then come back to center. You can bring your feet onto the mat. Bring your feet a bit more outside, like maybe mat wide apart, and let your knees fall against each other. We're going to come in Shavasana. I like to do my Shavasana like this for a bit, because it also does release my lower back pain. No, not pain, but maybe tension that I have there. So feel free to also just let go of your legs onto the floor. And you can either close your eyes or have them open and look at the ceiling. Try to not lose your thought. Try to not lose yourself in thoughts. I recommend staying at least 3 more minutes in this moment. This video, however, is gonna end soon. Thank you so much for joining this practice, and thank yourself for tuning inwards, for connecting to the here and now. I hope it empowers you as much as it empowers me. See you tomorrow. Namaste.